Andrei Romanovich Chikatilo, better known as the Butcher of Rostov, is a name that sends shivers down the spine of anyone familiar with his horrific deeds. His monstrous acts of violence and sadism have earned him a notorious place in the annals of serial killer history. This chilling biography delves into the life and crimes of Chikatilo, exploring the darkness that enveloped his existence. Andrei Chikatilo was born on October 16, 1936, in the small village of Yabluchne, Ukraine, then part of the Soviet Union. His early life was steeped in misery and hardship. During the Holodomor, a man-made famine created by Stalin's policies, Chikatilo's family suffered from extreme hunger. His mother often recounted a harrowing tale that his older brother was kidnapped and cannibalized during the famine, a story that haunted young Andrei and likely sowed the seeds of his later depravity. The horrors of World War II further scarred his childhood. Chikatilo's father was captured by the Nazis, leaving the family to struggle alone in a war-torn landscape. As a child, Chikatilo was frail, shy, and frequently bullied, leading to feelings of inadequacy and anger. He developed chronic bedwetting, which subjected him to further humiliation and severe beatings from his mother. Chikatilo's adolescence was marked by social and sexual dysfunction. Despite his shyness and impotence, he excelled academically and managed to attend university in Moscow, where he studied Russian literature and philology. However, his inability to form healthy relationships with women only deepened his frustration and rage. Married with 2 children, Chikatilo's impotence persisted, further fueling his internal torment. His teaching career was short-lived, as accusations of inappropriate behavior with students forced him to move from job to job. The facade of a family man and educator hid a growing darkness within. In 1978, Chikatilo committed his first known murder, marking the beginning of a gruesome killing spree. He lured 9-year-old Yelena Zakotnova into an abandoned house, where he attempted to rape her. When she resisted, he stabbed her repeatedly, deriving a twisted sexual satisfaction from her suffering and death. Her body was found in a nearby river, but another man was wrongfully convicted and executed for the crime, allowing Chikatilo to continue his rampage. Over the next decade, Chikatilo's murders became more frequent and sadistic. He preyed on young girls, boys, and women, luring them with promises of candy, money, or work. Once they were in his clutches, he would bind, gag, and mutilate them, achieving sexual gratification from their pain and deaths. His methods were horrifyingly consistent. Victims were typically stabbed multiple times, eviscerated, and sometimes partially cannibalized. The Soviet authorities initially refused to acknowledge the presence of a serial killer, believing such crimes to be a product of decadent Western societies. However, the growing number of bodies and public outcry forced them to act, leading to one of the largest manhunts in Soviet history. Chikatilo was first arrested in 1984 after acting suspiciously at a train station near one of the murder sites. Due to a lack of concrete evidence, he was released. It wasn't until November 1990, after a decade of evading capture, that Chikatilo was finally apprehended. An undercover officer caught him attempting to lure a young boy near a train station in Rostov. Blood and semen tests linked him to several crime scenes, sealing his fate. Chikatilo's trial in 1992 was a macabre spectacle. He confessed to 56 murders, though he was charged with 53. The details of his confessions were so grotesque that many doubted their veracity, but physical evidence corroborated his claims. Chikatilo's behavior during the trial was erratic and disturbing. He ranted, claimed insanity, and even exposed himself to the court. Psychiatrists, however, declared him sane and fit to stand trial. On October 15, 1992, Andrei Chikatilo was found guilty of 52 murders and sentenced to death. He spent the next 2 years in prison, showing no remorse for his heinous actions. On February 14, 1994, Chikatilo was executed by a single gunshot to the back of the head. Andrei Chikatilo's reign of terror left an indelible mark on the Soviet Union. His crimes exposed significant flaws in the Soviet criminal justice system, including the wrongful conviction and execution of innocent men. The psychological and forensic profiling techniques developed during the hunt for Chikatilo influenced criminal investigations worldwide. Chikatilo's story has been the subject of numerous books, films, and documentaries, each attempting to understand the motivations behind his monstrous actions. His life serves as a grim reminder of the potential for evil within human beings and the devastating consequences of unchecked psychological trauma and repression. Andrei Chikatilo's story is a haunting testament to the depths of human depravity. His ability to deceive those around him, combined with the sheer brutality of his crimes, continues to fascinate and horrify the public. Chikatilo's life serves as a grim cautionary tale about the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary individuals.